Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome to Tnashi's Movie Corner. And for today's movie review, I will be reviewing The Revenant, which just came out just a couple days ago. Just got to see it. One of my most anticipated movies. And in this movie, a frontiersman named Hugh Glass, who is played by Leonardo, on a fur trading expedition in the 1820s, is on a quest for survival after being brutally mauled by a bear. Now, this was directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. I can't even. But anyway, getting into this movie, this movie was just it was brutal. it was a very brutal movie. Just the way it was shot, all the action scenes that happened, the journey that we're seeing on. It's the one word I can really describe it, and not in the sense of like Quentin Tarantino, where it just kind of throws in there, but it felt so real, and the fact that it was shot in natural light, really, just I think worked well for this story, and all the characters, like all the acting for these characters was brilliant, just absolutely brilliant, with Leonardo, Tom Hardy, Domhnall Gleeson, and Will Poulter, and there's some others too. It was really, really good acting, as well as just the visuals of it, to be kind of everything we see, every shot that we see, with all the wide shots and everything, and with the snow and even the fire sparks going up, just it was really well done. And the thing about this movie is it's not what not everyone. It's not what some people probably expect it to be, because they expect it to be kind of a revenge story, and that is of course an aspect to this movie, but it's more about kind of his survival, the main character's survival out here after the bear attack, which, by the way, ugh, that bear attack was something else. And it occurs fairly early in the film, but that's the thing about this movie, is it has so much action, but it is this journey of this guy who's clinging to life and who has to do all this stuff in order to survive, and he is the focus. The revenge thing is just it's there, and there's a few other plot points that are there, but they just aren't the focus of the movie. And I think they're done well for the most part. There's a few minor elements of it that I was like, okay, so it's just kind of thrown in there like that, and I'm not really sure. I don't know how well it fits in with what happened, or the novel, or what have you, but it was interesting. I wish they had kind of expanded upon it a little bit more. And there was a few shots, there's a few too many shots, both with kind of dream sequences. I felt like there was just a little too much, as well as close-up shots. There was a lot of close-up shots, and I feel like it was overdone just a little bit. Also, the final third of the movie, it felt like it was kind of rushing a little bit, like they had to get to that point. They kind of dragged out for too long, and then they had to get to that point. And the movie's a fairly long movie already. It's 156 minutes long. And you do get a sense of that. It does feel like it's a little too long. Like they could have just chopped down a little bit, maybe taken out some of those sequences, like I said, and kind of made it flow a little better. But realistically, it's not too many flaws to go with it. It's a really good movie. The acting is outstanding. The visuals, are really well done. The kind of brutality of some of the stuff that happens, is really interesting. There's just a tad of humor in there. I thought the humor was really well done as well. You just have a lot of fully developed characters, or characters that even when they don't get as much screen time, you buy into the characters, and I think that was just really cool and really it's important to have that in movies nowadays. So I mean, this movie, it has so much going for it, and for being one of my, most anticipated, for being one of those movies where I was really hoping it would deliver. I think it did deliver. It delivered on just about everything. There's a few minor problems here or there, but I think overall it's a brilliant movie. And rating it, I'm gonna go and give it a 8.5 out of 10. I think 8.5 is a really solid rating for it. Like I said, there's a few things that took me out a little bit, but I think overall it's a really enjoyable film, and I highly recommend you check it out. But that being said, that is my opinion. What did you guys think about it? Have you seen it? Will you see it? If you have seen it, go ahead and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the movie. I'll admit, when we got done watching it, we're sitting there, the credits start rolling. There was pretty much dead silence. Nobody was talking. Everybody was getting up and just leaving. No real applause or anything. I think this movie, again, not what some people expected. It is a slower movie. If that's not your thing, that's fine. It's not focused on the action. The action's done well, but it's not the focal point of this. The revenge thing isn't the focus of the story, so got to keep that in mind. But I found myself highly enjoying it, but it does make you think. And like I said, just the kind of the brutality of it that makes it feel so real and so grounded, and makes you feel like you're there and actually watching something that did happen versus something to be a movie. Really had people thinking, I believe, and really kind of had them, not like, the people were trying to process it. But again, that's me. Maybe you guys didn't like it as much. Maybe you liked it more. I'm really glad that this movie pretty much started off my new year as far as movies in theaters. So anyway, guys, hopefully you like this vid. Click that like button, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't watched my other vids, and share your comments and opinions with me. I enjoy hearing from them. And until next time, peace.